taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, this venue will host Super Bowl 55 in a couple years' time, but for now, we've got non-playoff football here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, look, some might say that football is a young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to these two quarterbacks because they come in here with a lot, and I mean a lot, of NFL experience.
Hey, I like the young Turks. I like the Baker Mayfields. I like the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Lamar Jacksons. But I do like those grizzled veterans who know how to play the game, know how to run their team, and know how to handle difficult situations. Maybe I'm just showing my age, too.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the only six-time Super Bowl champion in league history. In his 20th season now, Tom Brady.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check 43, check 24, check 24.
To throw, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. The numbers for Evans a week ago. I asked him before the games, did you know that you were close to 200 last week? He said, oh, yeah, I knew I was right on the doorstep, just short of it, but a touchdown as well. Heck of a game.
I like that he was honest with you because they always know. They keep track in their head. They understand their yardage. But how'd you like to be the defense this week? This was a week of open field tackling practice because you know he's going to get his catches. The key is to limit him after the catch, put him on the ground.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here we go, here we go. Check 52. Watch the ship. Alpha. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Watch the safety. Hey, Alabama, Alabama. Rip.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, the former Purdue Boilermaker. It's Drew Brees.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end, Cook. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 5 catches, 56 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To throw, it's Breeze. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
He led the NFL in receptions last year with 125, and for wide receiver Michael Thomas, not a surprise. That's what he expects out of himself each and every season. Finishing the top 10 in receiving yards each of his first 3 years in the league. He's a two-time Pro Bowler, first-time first-team All-Pro in 2018, and he has tremendous hands, great moves downfield, and really, truly believes in himself. Check out his social media handle, Can't Guard Mike.
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yeah, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze, and the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
The Saints spent a third-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ty Montgomery. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down now. It's Jones. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of one, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
You go tight. You go bandit. You got tight right there. Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
72.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. And a peek now at the offense for Tampa Bay.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 53 Linda.
Brady now to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the number 1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, check. 47. Hey, wahoo. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Watch 53 Linda. Grip. Watch the block. Motion. Block, block, block. Kill, kill, kill. Shadow. Kill, kill. 72.
From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Brady's throw there complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
No, 66. He's checking crack. Sugar.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A pass complete here to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here's Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go. Let's go. 21 yards. And the Saints first down. That's the end of the first quarter.
7-7, our score after 1. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. 45. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A reminder that coming up later tonight, a good one on Sunday Night Football. We'll see what could have been a playoff matchup a season ago. The Bears and the Rams from L.A. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football from down in Mexico. Mexico City, to be precise. The Chiefs and the Chargers going at it.
Wait, that's 53. All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Check 37. Check 37. Hatchet. Hatchet. Regular.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Check back 47. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Check. Check hot route. Check it. Reload. Hey.
On second down, it's Jones. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99. Watch the edge. Hey, check it.
To throw is Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Double cut. Hey. 4 down. 450. Rush in. Hey, Alabama.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch out. Hey, ball 66. Whip. Watch the whip.
From midfield, here's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got Evans.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Check 3. Check it. Reload.
They'll run on first down. Jones fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Brady. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Check it out, Reed. Hey, check it. Hey, zoom. Mike 56. Alert. I got you. check three, check three, check three. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, check, lucky, lucky, lucky. Alert!
Throwing is Brady on third down. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he? He
has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Switch. Check safety, check safety.
Here's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. But a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Pulled in at the 24. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He only has a single solo carry, one. Numero uno, second quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Blue down. Check 15, check 15. Alpha. Alert 3.
On the carry, it's Logan. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Hey, Alabama. Check.
On first down, Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Right here. Jugger.
Now a play fake. Brady. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check 24. Watch 24. He's coming. Double up. Bandit. He's coming. Double up.
Here's Brady to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
72.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. A throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, Alabama. Slam.
Now Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Let him know. Slam.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Regular. Kill. Turn up. Hey, 66.
Brady to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Brady again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. 4-7's the mic.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Alabama. 380. Check right. Say. Hey, check it. Check 31. Check 31.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Watch 72. Watch the pass. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. 72.
From the gun, it's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Saints to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the second half with Kamara. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze throwing middle, but it's incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Let's go!
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Let's go up. No, 66. Goal's 50.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Hey, goal 66.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll go with Jones. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
They're running it. Alert! Get wide. Check. Regular.
This is Logan. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
50. Check 43. Check 24.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. Thomas, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 17-14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he's probably wondering, how do I get that mojo back from the first half that he seems to have lost a little bit here in the third quarter?
And every guy has his whisperer on the team. You know, that one guy who can say things to him that other people can't. Right now, he's looking for that guy to kind of, hey, we're good. We're good. One interception. Just get it back. Get back to being who you are. And this team will be okay.
Yeah, because they led at halftime, trailing now. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Ready? You ready?
Breeze now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And an alley to run. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Yellow lady. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Mike, 45. Watch the pass.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
He's not going to get me. Alert. No. Kill. Hey, turn 93 Linda.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He completes it to Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Go Bandit. Hey, check Mike. Bud. Watch the curl. Alert. Watch the twist. Kill. Check it, reload.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady over the middle. He finds Godwin complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
You got it.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Show alert. Check. Switch. Alpha.
Shotgun now for Brady. He's got Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Alabama. Check
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Check 4. Check nickel.
Now Brady. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Brady. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
To try again after the sack. Brady, he finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Hold 50. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Regular. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Rush in.
Mike Evans hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. Here's Brees. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Brees. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Brees going to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, it's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. That's caught. It's Thomas. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Breeze to throw again. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Keep talking about it and bring it. Slam.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll go again to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
On first down, Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Let's go on. No, 66.
On second down now, it's Logan. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check it, reload. Tighten up. Go bandit.
They run again with Logan. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Check. Lucky. Switch. Alert.
They'll run on first down. Jones trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
When he hit. Check. Hey, bolt 66. Hey, 66.
Throwing is Brady on third down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They've been brilliant, perfect on fourth down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here.
50, check 50.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they take a knee.
Wait, set 29. Alpha. Wide, 20 hut.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Buccaneers, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back.